Hello, the second part of the walking along the Kelvin. I just thought I'd take a wee seat. I'm just at the beginning. I just walked over the bridge on the right side and I've crossed over to the left hand side. Just the beginning of Dawson Park. There's little benches. I'm just sitting next to the bridge and the Kelvin, and I'll turn around and I'll show you it. As you see, it's quite calm today. For you that have watched my videos and kind of been with me since I've been putting wee shots on YouTube. You'll probably recognise that one of the first videos I've done, I think I got the most views when I've done rushing in Christmas Eve in Glasgow. I think I got 1,000 views in that. Can I say something? Me no talking and showing my face gets a lot of views. I wonder why. But anyway, so I thought I'd have a wee seat, just calm the wee tootsies for a bit. There's no rush. As if I'm rushing home to do anything major. I don't get any appointments or a wee bit of housework maybe. I can do that at any time. Just get the therapy away, you know. Talk to a phone as if I'm talking to somebody. How are you? Who are you? What are you doing? I don't know. Aye. I do this just for therapy, really. I talk to a phone, look about and talk to myself. It's just for my insanity, I guess. So I can look back and say, I've came a long way from where I was. I used to be in a dark, deep corner in a hole. It wasn't very nice, mentally. And even physically I was starting to get a wee bit. But once I started pulling my head out my backside and seeing a wee bit of the light again. I don't care what you think, but once I find God again, Jesus Christ in my life. I'm not a churchman, but I do believe in Jesus Christ, our Saviour, and I do believe in God, and I do believe in the Holy Spirit, and I do believe the essence of all of them. I believe in the angels, and I believe in the spirits, and the divine, your divine light, whatever you want to call it, whatever keeps you going, keeps you going. I'm not here to say that as long as you've got faith. Religion's a completely different thing. That's controlled by man and their churches, and all what it is, control you and control your thoughts and rape you your money and your thoughts and feelings. Make you feel as if you're unworthy. Jesus Christ didn't come down to give us that. He showed us that we were worthy. We don't need a church, we don't need men to tell us, or any church to tell us to get down on my knees and crawl and beg for mercy, because God's always going to give you it. So he says that the 99 that are okay in his flock, he will always go and find the one that's run astray. And if that's you, sometimes in your darkest moments and you're looking for a light, remember, brothers, sisters, you are the light. The light's within you. So God bless you. And I hope you find the right way, whatever suits you. It's up to you, at the end of the day, innit? I'm not here to preach, I'm just saying what I believe and who I am and what I'm doing. And what keeps me going. Laugh at me, joke about it, but then again, if you're laughing at me, take a look at yourself and then have a good laugh at yourself as well. So if you can't take it, don't get it. That's what I was saying, eh? So anyway, so this is the second part. I've showed you the river, but I'll show you the wee bit of the Doss. Just turn it. Right, so that's the path I'll take. That kind of goes in, there's a wee path runs up, takes me up to up behind the cleansing. This one, if I go up this way, there's another path, a wooded path, and takes up wooded stairs and brings you into another part of the Dawson Park. I prefer going that way, it just seems to be easier, not as steep. My back isn't the best at times. Sometimes old sciatica kicks in and when I'm out for a walk and I end up time I get home, the old tips are gone. Need a massage. Anyway, so this is the path I'm talking about. It brings you up and round the corner. I remember walking this when I was a young pup, back in the days when we all came from a local area. It was Nicewood and a wee street called Shafton, old street top, as it was known, in the gang style. We were just a bunch of young boys on doing anything really, just playing football and running about, exploring what we could when we could. But I grew up and I was born in the Queen Mother, and I stayed in Hemlock Street on top of Temple, just off Fulton Street, Bearsden Road. And so we used to always come up to the Dawsholme Park. It used to be a park, not a park, it's just a couple of benches now, but we used to roll the boiled Easter eggs, the coloured boiled Easter eggs down the hill, and then roll ourselves down the hill for Easter. I remember that at the local churches and stuff with my sisters. And then when I was older, we went out with my pals and we'd come up to the Kelvin and we'd dip our feet in the Kelvin. There's a bit up here. This is the reason why I'm showing you this path. There's a bit coming up. I'll take this bit, brings us up there, and I'll show you the place, because every time I pass it I get a wee smirk in my face. You know, sometimes you get memories that kind of just stick in your head. You know, when I first came I was like, is it that place? Is this it? Because, you know, places have changed. I mean, this is all, you know, paved now. When we were younger it wasn't even paved, it was just dirt paths. So, as you see here, there's paths just rolling me through the park. All little bits, you know, wooded areas, and there's plenty of people running about with dogs and jogging and stuff. To the left here, that kind of runs along to just right ahead. You've got the Glasgow Cleansing, or North Glasgow Cleansing. And next to that, in the fields next to that, we've got Healing Coos now. Well, they used to be there when I was a pup, but now we've got Healing Coos. I think I've got pictures of them somewhere in my... Clean up after your dog, please, eh? So this is somebody shouting at the car. Right, so there's a wee path that takes you down. As you can see, that little bit of waterway there. And it goes up and there's a wee bridge. It's a wee wooden bridge. I don't know if it's still there, I've not explored it, but it's a wee wooden bridge. And I remember we all went up when we were younger. And one of our pals, I'm not going to name his name, but he knows who he is. You get the floating logs on the water, and you had all the lily pads and the frog spawn, and there was a lot of tadpoles and frogs spawning at the time. And as I said, we had the floating logs, and they were right next to this bridge. And the way it looked as if they were just, it was like, you know, you could walk across to the other side, but none of us were brave enough to try it. And there was one as it was taking the first step and ended up nearly drowning. Well, not nearly drowning, but he ended up, you know, underwater, soaked, came out, crawled out, you know, it was funny. He kind of didn't think so at the time, and then again, but I mean, I've done stupid things and jumped in the canal. Stay away from me, you'll drown me. And I fucking think I'm going to drown, and you know, first one I shout, "Go to help me!" So we've all done stupid things. But anyway, just sharing a wee moment in my, you know, back in the 70s, Christ, 70s. I feel like a dinosaur. This is a kind of path here. See, there's plenty of barbecues. I mean, this is all new. I mean, we never had all this when we were younger. Places where you can sit and you bring your, you know, the portable barbecues and sit out. You know, this part of the Dollarstone was, I think it was football pitches, if I remember rightly. I don't know, maybe I'm in a completely different bit, but I remember when we walked in this way, it used to be football pitches, and we'd walk through to Maryhill and go and see people that we knew in Maryhill. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of parks that are cut half and they're dead ends now because of the overgrowth. So, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, you'll see some white bits and behind the trees there. That's the cleansing. It's the cleansing. You know, sometimes on a dry day you can smell it before you see it or even hear it. That's the beauty about being out in Mother Nature, especially when you're next to the city and you've got the green space. You're always going to get the wee smell of the city coming through somewhere. Usually it's you. This kind of walks, this path leads you around, and we go into the woods, and it's up the path and then down the path, and then Bearsden Road, and then onto the canal, and along the canal. Oh, wee Maggie. Hello Maggie. Good thing about that, you see plenty of birds. Squirrels and people say it was their ducks enjoying themselves, just getting a bit of fresh air for the voyages. Coming along here, as I say, just before the entrance, there's a lot of masonry. So I don't know if it was a building that's been pulled down or if they just used that for, if they're using it just to store, I don't know. A lot of concrete anyway. Hi.
Hello.
As you can see, it's just, and there's benches up next to it. Just a lot of rubble. So I don't know, it really looks as if it was a house maybe. But then again you see pallets and it's got plastic wrapped in them, so I don't know what if it's getting kept for something, for building material. I don't know. Kind of weird, I don't know. There's nothing in the sign to tell you what it is and what it's all about. But as you can see, it seems to be, as I say, old masonry for something. And this is the path that we walk through, and it takes us, well, we're already in Dollarstone Park, but this is the sort of the wooded area where there's plenty of benches and places to go with the ducks and stuff. So a lot of loveys and leavies. So you can see this sign there, just at the bench. I'll show you. Just letting you know we're here. There's plenty of paths going everywhere. Take the high road, take the low road. It's up to you. You see, that's where we are. Hi, how you doing? Just another hole there, somebody up there, that dog. Nice wee dog, doing a lot. So, just a wee walk up to the top and then it's walk down to the right. And it takes me out of the park, down the street, on the Bearsden Road, cross over and then on the canal. So, as I said before, I'm gonna love you and leave you. It was really me just giving you a wee second part, a wee check-in, just to show you what's available in the West End. Yeah, nobody really kind of knows what's what and where's where, and you've got that so much beautiful stuff on your doorstep, so much peace and serenity. You forget about it, you know what I mean? So, as I say, that's why I like this walk. My main thoughts are where I'm talking to a phone. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. It's serene. Calms the soul. Gets you a wee bit knackered, I know, right enough. Tires you. You know, the time you have a wee cup of your snoring on the couch for about half an hour. Or more. Anyway, so I'll just keep on filming, talking, and showing you the path that we're walking around. See, I don't know how old these, I mean, I know these trees are older than me because I remember being a pup and they were old back then, so I don't know, maybe somebody can look up and tell me how old this park is. That's one thing I never looked up. It's always just been on my doorstep. I've just never really realised or asked how old it is, how old the trees are. Yeah. You see plenty of maggies, you see squirrels, pigeons, different types of birds, crows, starlings, robins. You're lucky when you get to see a wee robin. And plenty of other types of species of birds, I'm sure. But I have no idea what they're called, so there's no point me trying to tell you. I feel as if I don't know what's happening today. Am I being a travelling agent for the West End? Is that what I'm doing? I don't know. I just thought I'd share my wee walk today because it's the middle of the week, it's a Wednesday. And I've been kind of locked in my house. Not really up too much, just watching the football and stuff, the World Cup. Out in the veranda, getting a bit of fresh air and stuff. That way you go up to the right and it takes you to what used to be the old park. So I say it's just benches now, there's not any park slides or swings or anything anymore. And this is me just come to the end. So, as I said folks, I love yous and leave yous for the second part. Take care and I'll speak to you soon.